Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another rendition of Maurice's Nubian romance novels. We're going to try this again. In chapters 15 and 16, we learned why Eve discovered the keloids on Don Paul's back. And so we understood further why he definitely had to marry Margaret, because his father promised to beat him and then strung him up and beat him with a horsewhip. And then we were further introduced to Thomas, and we found out what a worm he really is. And Don Paul practically stomped him to death because he was staring at little Jolene. And so we're going to pick up where we left off with chapter 17. Good evening, sir. How may I help you? Zeus, the palm reader, asked as Thomas came through his door. My goodness, somebody sure put a whooping on him, Zeus thought to himself. You the doctor? Not the kind you need. I guess you ain't for real after all. The way I see it, you should already know what I'm here for, Thomas said as he turned to leave the shop. My name is Zeus, Thomas. A general reading is $100, or you can ask 3, maybe 4 questions for the same price. If you need a cleansing, that'll cost you $300, and you have to purchase all of the supplies. Come, have a seat, Zeus said as he sat down at a square wooden table draped with a wide silk cloth. Thomas looked at the table and saw that it was full of clutter, yet it seemed organized. He looked around the dimly lit store at the decorations of beads hanging on the walls. He looked at the many candles gracing wooden statues as well, laying on their shelves. Thomas wondered if Zeus were as real as everyone in town said he was. Hell, he didn't feel like he was in a voodoo shop. Wonder what all that stuff is, Thomas asked himself as he looked at the deck of cards, 2 candles, a cigar, a bottle of vodka, and a pencil and a tablet lying beside Zeus. Hey, how'd you know my name? It's on your shirt, sir. Well, do you want a reading or not? Thomas sat down and looked at Zeus. You Indian? He asked, sitting back in the chair, turning his head to the side, inspecting Zeus. Is that your first question, sir? I would think for $100 you would want to find out something about yourself. But if that's what you want, no. That ain't one of my questions. May I have your hand, please? Thomas gave Zeus his right hand and pushed 5 $20 bills toward him with his left. Zeus held Thomas' hand briefly before he let it go, as if it were contagious. What you do that for? Zeus pushed Thomas' money back toward him. And what you gonna do that for? I don't accept money from dead men, sir. Dead? I ain't dead, Thomas said, patting his chest and feeling his body almost as if he were trying to convince himself. You soon will be. That problem you have with little children is going to be your downfall. I want you to leave my shop right now. Now, wait 1 minute here. My money ain't good enough for you or something? Now, I got questions and I want them answered. Question number 1. Can you put a curse on a woman? A curse that'll make her go plumb out of her mind? Well, can you or can't you? Yes, I can, but I won't put one on Eve. Somebody already beat you to that. Who? What? Your guess is as good as mine. Now, if you don't mind, sir, please leave my shop. Look, I ain't finished. Thomas slammed his fist heavily upon the table. Suddenly, he heard deep grunting and growling surrounding him. He turned slightly to his left and saw a Rottweiler baring her teeth. He turned to his right and saw a larger and more fierce-looking Rottweiler walking toward him. Thomas could feel the hot air near his lower back and dared not turn around or move for fear that any sudden movement might incite the dogs to attack. But what terrorized him even more was the one underneath the table that he could not see, breathing hot air between his legs. Look, sir, I didn't mean to. I'm sure you did. Like I said, take your money and leave my property, please. Ain't you gonna call them all? Sir, all you have to do is leave. They're not gonna bother you. Ain't gonna bother me? What about the one underneath the table fixing to eat my nuts? Athena, come to daddy, Zeus said calmly. Suddenly, Thomas saw a Rottweiler come from underneath the table that looked like a miniature pony. Lord Jesus, let me get out of here. They ain't gonna be the ones to do you in, you pervert. Get out of my store. I have a mind to kill you dead myself. Get out! Calm down now. Don't get yourself all upset. They might think I'm doing something to you, Thomas said, walking backward. Thomas looked at the dogs as they escorted him toward the door. Thomas opened the door slowly and closed it quickly behind him. He leaned against the door with his eyes closed and exhaled. His knees weakened when he felt one of the dogs hit the door with its weight. That's Daddy, good girl. Come here, baby. Why, if somebody tried to hurt one of my darling daughters, I'd kill him too, that pervert, Zeus said affectionately, rubbing all 5 of his female Rottweilers. I gotta call Maybelle, Zeus said, giving his babies a final pat, then dialing her number. Hello? Afternoon, Maybelle. Oh, afternoon, Zeus. How you doing, baby? Not as good as you. Pardon? How come you went out with Alvis last night? I've been asking you for a date for years, and you ain't obliged me yet. Zeus, how many times we got to have this conversation, boy? I'm old enough to be your mama. Not quite, Maybelle, but even if you were, you ain't. I'm a man. I ain't no boy. I had to be a man from the day my mama died. Zeus, please. Maybelle, you didn't give my loving away to that old man, did you? Maybelle, Zeus, what I do with my body is my business. Now, I think you're getting a bit personal, and you certainly getting beside yourself. Nah, I ain't. Maybelle, when I stand in front of you, what do you see? Maybelle was silent. She didn't want to admit to herself that she fantasized about making love to Zeus. She was half ashamed because he wasn't but a few years older than her own son. But Zeus was 6'4" and a lean, solid 200 pounds. He had sexy dark brown bedroom eyes surrounded with long, luscious lashes and thick eyebrows. His complexion was like heavy cream and coffee, and it was accented by straight, shiny, black, sparkling hairs, which was by nature perfectly defined. His hairs seemed sparkle upon his handsome face. She loved the way his sideburns connected to his mustache and defined his moist, full lips. Maybelle had closed her eyes once and imagined herself slowly and tenderly kissing his lips as she rolled him to ecstasy. Maybelle exhaled heavily. Zeus, please, I can't. I just can't. If Kato came walking through this door with a 37-year-old woman, I would kick her behind. I can't treat some other woman's son in a fashion I wouldn't want one treating my own. Now, no, I wish you would just stop this. It makes me feel very uncomfortable. This time, Zeus was silent. Is that all you called for? No, Zeus said flatly. Margaret's brother was just in here. For what? To put something on Eve? Yes, ma'am. Zeus, please, don't sound like that. You the one who want me to keep things professional. That's what I'm doing. Look, I ain't trying to hide you, Maybelle. You the one afraid of what folks gonna think. Zeus, you need to be spending your time dating and learning. You need to be with a woman your age. What's wrong with you? I don't care how old you are. I keep telling you that. I like what I see, Maybelle. Zeus, oh my God. I ain't always gonna look like this. I'm gonna get old before you. You need somebody you can grow old with, Zeus. Not somebody you're going to have to spend your young life taking care of later on down the line. And what makes you think I'm going to get hooked up with somebody my age and something might happen to her, like an accident, and I have to wind up taking care of her? Ain't I still going to have to spend my young life doing that, cooking for her, cleaning her, taking care of her? What's the difference? Maybelle was silent. Zeus made too much sense. Zeus, you need somebody who can give you children. You need a child to pass your gift on to. And I ain't having no more children. Maybelle, I ain't asked you for nothing but some time, and I can't even get that. Now, what in the hell would make me think I could ask you for a baby and get one of them? Huh? What makes you think that? Listen to me, Maybelle. I want to see you walking through my door tonight. You understand me? Don't make me come after you, woman. I'm about tired of playing with you. You better not have laid with that old man either. Zeus, you done went plumb out of your doggone mind, boy. You heard what I said, Maybelle. Don't make me come get you. Zeus slammed down his phone. Athena, Isis, Jocasta, Nakasa, and Phaedra. Maybelle's coming over. You be sure and let her in. Y'all hear me? Zeus looked at his dogs and saw their ears were at attention. Good girls, he said, smiling devilishly as he left the room to prepare for her arrival. Maybelle looked at the phone and put it down on the receiver. Why, that little shit. Just who in the heck does he think he talking to? He must be out of his doggone mind, Maybelle said, slamming down her fist. I'm going over there right now and give that boy a piece of my mind, she said as she left the kitchen and snatched her car keys off the hallway table. Maybelle walked toward the door, touched the knob, and then froze. It suddenly dawned on her that that's exactly what Zeus wanted her to do. No, you don't. You ain't got one up on me, she said, releasing the doorknob. Maybelle inhaled deeply and exhaled slowly, trying to calm her nerves. Look at you, Maybelle. You just about fell for that little boy's trap. Girl, you better get yourself together, she said, tossing her keys onto the small wooden table and headed back into the kitchen. That's all that boy needs is to get you over there. Forget about him, girl, she said, trying to busy herself around the spotless kitchen. No, he didn't say I better see you. No, he didn't say he coming to get me. I bet not had laid with Alvis. Girl, nah, He gonna get a piece of my mind on this day, Maybelle said as she left out the kitchen, picked up her purse, snatched up her keys, and left her house. Thomas sat in the woods watching his sister's house. He was waiting for Don Paul to leave so he could speak with her. Finally, when he saw him leave and get in his truck, he watched until Don Paul drove to the end of the driveway, opened the mailbox, then pulled out some letters and continued on his way. Thomas stayed low as he crept towards the house and peeped in the window. Margaret, Thomas called softly through the kitchen window. Margaret, you home? You in there? Oh my God, Thomas, look at you, she said, leaning over the kitchen sink as she moved the yellow floral curtains to get a better look at her brother. Come on round to the back, Thomas, hurry up. Hurry up now before somebody sees you and call Don Paul. Hurry up. Margaret hastily went to the back door, unlocked the screen door, and pulled him in quickly. Oh my God, look at you. I declare I've been half out of my mind worrying about you, she said, embracing him. Ouch, Margaret, not so tired. Oh, I thought you was going to the doctor. My goodness, Thomas, look at you. Have you eaten anything? Nah, you got something to eat? I'm half starved, sister. Plenty. You know that bastard's still eating over at that heifer's house, she said, pulling out pots from the refrigerator. Where have you been, Thomas? Oh, here and there. Why ain't you been to the doctor? And why ain't you been back home? Lord of mercy, Thomas, look at your face. I did, sister, and almost scared myself. I tell you, I sure didn't think Don Paul had it in him. I remember when we was kids, I used to whoop up on him just because. Yeah, well, y'all ain't kids no more. Now, where have you been? I've been calling your house for 2 days. Oh, I went to see a witch doctor. Margaret turned around sharply and looked at her brother. Oh, what? Did you go and put a spell on my husband? Thomas, did you put a spell on Don Paul? No, sis, calm yourself. I tried to put one on Eve, but it couldn't be done. That food ain't warmed up yet, sis. Gracious, Thomas, I just put it in the stove. Give it a minute. So what you mean you tried? Well, I went to some guy named Zeus, and he said he couldn't do nothing with her because it's already been done. Margaret thought about Maybelle. She finally felt better knowing that she hadn't used her money in vain. So, I guess Maybelle was telling the truth after all, Margaret thought, she said to herself. You done tried too? Huh? You put a spell on Eve? Oh, no. I did try, but I was told the same thing as you. I reckon if you think about it, she probably do got a spell on her, Thomas. Shoot, she done buried 5 husbands, and I hear tell the Reverend half dead. Tell me something, sis. You know this guy Zeus? Not personally, but I hear that he's real good. I hear tell that he told Cora Lee that her husband was going to die, and he died the exact same way he described. What's wrong with you, Thomas? Nothing, sis. Nothing. What is it? What's wrong with you, Thomas? You scaring me. Oh, baby, sis, ain't nothing wrong with me that I can't fix or a good plate of food won't cure. Come on now. Are you sure? She asked as she put a plate of food before him. Boy, Margaret, this sure looks good, he said, eating quickly. Slow down, Thomas, before you choke. What time Don Powell gonna get home? You think I got time enough to get a shower? Thomas asked, pulling at his dirty clothes. I don't know, Thomas. Don Powell come up in here and see you, he gonna skin me and you alive. He done told me you can't never step foot on our property again. But Margaret, sister, I can't walk around town looking like this. It won't take me but a minute. Oh, Thomas, how come you ain't been home to change your clothes? What's wrong? Why haven't you been home? Thomas didn't want to tell his sister that he had been accused of molesting a child in his hometown. When Margaret called him crying, looking for sympathy, this was the perfect opportunity for him to leave. He told some of his friends that Don Powell and Margaret wasn't getting along again, and he had to go up there and help her straighten things out. That part most folk he knew would believe. They knew if Thomas loved anyone, it was his sister Margaret. His plan was to stay with Don Powell and Margaret until things died down some, until he could, show his face again. Thomas didn't know what made him molest children. All he knew was that he was aroused by their innocence. Thomas, why haven't you been home? Look, why all the questions? Can I just get a bath and then I'll go on home? I just didn't want to go back home looking like this, Margaret. Well, all right now, Thomas, calm down. Calm down. Well, hurry up and eat. This my house too. This my property too. And you're my brother. Don Powell can't tell you can't come up in here. Thanks, Margaret. Thomas, yeah, he said, still shoving the food quickly in his mouth. Now, tell me again why Don Powell attacked you. Thomas was silent. He knew his sister would be horrified if she ever found out what he had done to blame. He was upset because I called Eve out of her name. She and all them daughters was going shopping, Margaret. All I said was they was an ugly brood, he said, lying to his sister. You got something to drink? Margaret looked at Thomas oddly because that wasn't the story he initially told her. It was even more suspicious because she knew that Eve, as well as her daughters, was certainly not an ugly brood. Thomas, I thought you said you saw Eve in the store and she called you out your name because of the way you looked at Solomon. And when you called her a black heifer, Don Powell jumped on you. Now, I know that's what you told me, she said, placing a cold glass of lemonade in front of him. Yeah. Yeah, that's how it happened too. Margaret knew her brother was lying. And all this happened at the Piggly Wiggly beside the railroad tracks? Yup, it happened right there. Then, Thomas, how come nobody seen it happening mid-afternoon, brother? Ain't nothing except a bunch of folk at the Piggly Wiggly at that hour. How come folks saying they saw it happen at the mill? How come folks saying that Don Powell stomped you and beat you at the mill? I don't know, Margaret. You act like you don't believe me or something, he said, getting agitated. No, calm down, Tom, and it's not that. It's just that this thing just don't add up. Don Powell just ain't like that. He just wouldn't attack you for nothing. I mean, I know he would defend Eve, but to jump on you for that? It just don't make no sense, Thomas. It don't make no sense at all. And even Miss Lucy said she saw it happen because she was bringing Mr. Benjamin some lunch. She said she was pulling up in the driveway and she saw Don Paul beating you half to death. Why would Miss Lucy lie on you, Thomas? She wouldn't have no reason to lie. Well, it makes sense to me, seeing that I was the one who got beat up. I ought to know where, how, and when it happened, Margaret. Can I get that shower now? He asked, turning up the last of his lemonade. Oh, yeah, sure. Hurry up, Thomas. Don Paul gonna kill me if he find you up in here. Thomas, yeah, you wouldn't lie to me, would you? Thomas embraced Margaret and held her tightly. She embraced him back. He's lying to me, she knew in her heart. I better get that shower now, sister. All right, I'll go get some of your old clothes and I'll wash these here. Thanks, sister, he said, leaving the kitchen and running upstairs to the bathroom. Something just ain't right here. I know Thomas lying to me. I'm gonna go see this here Zeus. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I bet he know what really happened. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the conclusion of chapter 17. And now we're going to move forward with chapter 18. Zeus, you in here? Maybelle called as she entered the shop. She was greeted by the Rottweilers. Hey, baby, where y'all daddy at? Athena licked Maybelle's hand. Where your crazy old daddy at, Athena? Maybelle said as she lovingly patted each of the dogs. I declare, your daddy makes me mad as fire. Where is he? Maybelle followed the dogs as they preceded her down the hallway and stopped at the bathroom door. Oh, he in here? Maybelle watched them wag their stubby tails. Thank you, babies. Y'all gone now. Gone. I don't want you to hear me cuss your daddy out. Zeus, come out of that bathroom. Zeus. He didn't answer. Maybelle knocked on the door firmly. Zeus! What you gonna do, woman? Knock my doggone door down? Zeus asked as he came out of the bathroom naked. Maybelle stood in shock. What? What's wrong with you? You ain't seen a naked man before? He asked, walking towards his bedroom. Maybelle swallowed hard and closed her eyes. Whew, Lord have mercy, she prayed silently. You could at least have the decency to put on a robe. Zeus ignored Maybelle as he entered his bedroom door and slammed it closed behind him. Oh, no, he didn't. Who the hell you think you dealing with? She said, entering his room. I'm about sick and tired of you, she said, slamming the door behind her. How dare you speak to me and treat me this way, Zeus? What in the world is wrong with you? You're what's wrong with me, Maybelle. Put some clothes on, she said, tossing his bathrobe at him. Zeus caught the robe and tossed it to the floor. You want to throw something at me, Maybelle? How about tossing me some of that all over there on the dresser, he said, sitting down on the bed and leaning his back against the headboard. Maybelle looked at his young, strong body and inhaled deeply. Here. Oh, you can't bring it over here to me? Zeus, ain't nobody got no time to be playing with you. Here. Zeus held out his hand. Maybelle felt as if she was stuck to the floor. What? You afraid of me or something, woman? Zeus, ain't nobody afraid of you, boy, she said, standing before him, offering him the all. Thank you. Took you long enough to get over here, he said, applying it to his smooth chest. Maybelle looked at him and saw his chest hairs glisten underneath the awl. Zeus offered Maybelle the awl, and she sucked her teeth. Oh, you can't do my back for me. Zeus, would you please? That's what I'm trying to do, Maybelle. I'm trying to please you, girl, he said, turning over onto his stomach. Maybelle looked at the muscles in his back and saw the defined cut in the middle of it. She looked at his perfect round, firm behind and felt her inner walls contract. It amazed her that his entire body was the same complexion. Look, if I do this, will you listen to me? Yes, ma'am. Cautiously, Maybelle moved toward the bed and sat down softly at the edge. Zeus, you have got to listen to me, she pleaded, as she poured the oil in the palm of her hand, rubbed them together, and began to massage the oil in his back. Zeus closed his eyes and moaned as her hands glided over his body. Zeus, we have got to come to some type of understanding. I can't be with you in the fashion that you want. How come, Maybelle? You already know how come, Zeus. How many times we got to go over this? Maybelle, I don't care how old you are. Don't you think I know what I'm doing? Don't you think I know you gonna get older before me? Hell, I ain't stupid, but it don't matter to me. How long you gonna let me sleep alone, huh? For that matter, how long you gonna sleep alone, Maybelle? Zeus, what would people say? How am I supposed to explain our relationship to Cato? He ain't never seen me with nobody except his daddy, she said, applying more oil and gently massaging his strong, thick thighs, intentionally passing by his firm rock buttocks. Maybelle, I don't think Cato gonna have too much to say about anything, especially since he's so caught up in Naomi. Ain't you tired of sleeping alone, woman? Maybelle felt herself beginning to sweat. It don't matter what I want, Zeus. It's my son's opinion that I care about. Hell, it don't really even matter what folk gonna say. It's Cato. When you gonna stop lying to yourself, Maybelle? Zeus asked as he turned over and sat up. Listen to me. No, Zeus, please. Maybelle, listen to me, he said, taking the oil from her hands. Maybelle, I don't know how many more times I have to tell you. I love you, and those feelings ain't never, ever gonna change. Zeus took her hand and kissed it. I love you, Maybelle. Maybelle turned away from Zeus and hid her tears. Maybelle, I know you got to feel something for me, girl. I'll accept whatever it is you got to give. If you want to keep us quiet, then I'll respect that. I'll be glad to take whatever crumbs you offer me. What man gonna take the crumbs? Oh, Lord. Maybelle turned away from him and burst into tears. Zeus embraced her. Oh, Zeus. Tell me, baby. Tell me you want me to. I'll be all you want me to be, Maybelle. Girl, I give you all I got, he said tenderly, kissing her sweet tears. All I got. Maybelle returned his kiss, and Zeus pulled her down upon him. Ah, Maybelle, I have dreamt for this for so long, he said, as he rolled her over and then laid on top of her. Tell me, Maybelle, please tell me you didn't give my loving away last night. Tell me you didn't do that. I swear I didn't, Zeus. I didn't. He never touched me. I promise. Thank you, baby. Zeus began to undress her. You ain't never really had no loving, Maybelle. Not with your husband, not with nobody. Relax. Relax, baby. And let Zeus make you feel things you have only imagined. I love you, Maybelle. I ain't never gonna stop. Zeus. Eve busied herself around the house waiting for Maybelle to calm. She was anxious to hear about her date with Alvis. The day went on and still Eve had not heard from Maybelle. She began to worry. 2 days had already gone by. It was unlike for Maybelle not to call. Eve picked up the phone and called Maybelle again, but there was nobody home. What in the world? Where is she at? Lord, hope something didn't happen to her. She been gone, Eve said, hanging up the telephone. Maybe she spent the night over there. Nah, knowing Maybelle, I doubt it. She could call and let her body know she all right. Just as Eve was about to leave the kitchen, the telephone rang. Hello? Girl! Maybelle, where in the world you been, girl? I've been worried half sick about you. I done called you umpteen times. Oh, girl, I'm fine, Eve. Girl, I walked through the door just as the phone stopped ringing. I figured it was you. Maybelle, where you been? Girl, with Zeus. Excuse me. You been with who? Eve said, not believing her ears. You heard me, girl. Zeus. Say not. Honey child. Oh, no, you didn't, Maybelle. Girl, oh, yes, I did. Ow! No, Maybelle! Girl, Eve. Woo, that boy turned me every which way but loose. I swear I should be ashamed of myself. Oh, my God, I ain't never felt so good. Maybelle, girl, I know. Don't even say it, Eve. But it just happened. I told you that boy been after you all his life. Girl, oh girl, you better be glad his mama dead and gone. Whoo, girl, you got that right. I tell you, I wish Kato would walk up in my house with somebody my age. Girl, please. I know if his mama was alive, she'd put a whooping on me. Eve, I can't believe I did it. First of all, I can't even believe it happened. Girl, I ain't never felt nothing like this in my life. Both Maybelle and Eve screamed with excitement. Oh, Eve, girl, I feel like a brand new woman, like springtime or something, girl. I ain't never felt nothing like it in my whole life. Hurry up, come on over here. Eve looked at the kitchen clock. I don't know, Maybelle. Jolene gonna be home soon. Oh, girl, you'll be back home before she get home. I want you to help me pick out some material so I can make me a dress. We going out tonight. Y'all going out in the public? Yes, girl. Oh, my God. Maybelle, I don't know. We might get to talking and you sewing and all. I might be late coming back home with Jolene. She ain't never come home to an empty house, Maybelle. But I thought Marcus, don't the Reverend be there to meet her bus? Yeah, but he running a little late today. But look, okay. Now, how about after she gets off the bus, you come on right over. We can put her in the other room while we talk. Now that I can do. I see you in a few. Eve hung up the phone excited. Oh my God, today. I knew that boy was going to get her one day. Ooh, come on, school bus. Please don't be late today, she said, running up the stairs to wake up Solomon. Lord have mercy, this boy knocked out. Mama! Eve left the room and stood at the top of the stairs. What you doing home? I don't feel so good, Mama. What you mean you don't feel so good, Naomi? Girl, I'm telling you right now, you better not be pregnant. I ain't pregnant, Mama. I just don't feel good. My stomach hurt. Well, come on upstairs and go to bed. Look, I'm going over to Maybell's. You stay put and wait for Jolene to get off the bus. And make sure you put the gate up at the stairs if you come back downstairs so Solomon don't try and walk down these stairs by itself. You hear me, Naomi? Yes, ma'am. Eve looked at her daughter. She ain't look sick to her. And I better not find Cato up in this house when I get back either, she said, eyeing Naomi suspiciously. You look fine to me, Naomi. You better not be trying to cut school, girl. I ain't trying to cut school, Mama. I don't feel well. Mm-hmm. You want something to eat before I leave? No, ma'am. Fix Jolene a sandwich and give her a glass of milk and one piece of sweetbread when she get in, Naomi. Yes, ma'am. And Naomi, ma'am, I mean what I say. Cato better not come up in this house. Do you hear me? Yes, ma'am. Eve left the house and Naomi suddenly felt well again. Gracious. She get on my doggone nerves, Naomi said, sucking her teeth as she walked through the kitchen and opened the back door for Cato. Hey, baby, she said, smiling at him. Hurry up and get in here for somebody to see you. Mama gonna skin me alive. You want something to eat? She asked as she prepared the sandwich for Jolene. Yeah, you got some sweet bread? Yeah, I made it myself. For real, Naomi? Of course, I do all of the kitchen here, cooking here. Well, most of it anyway. Oh, girl, this tastes real good now. Come on, let's go for a walk. I can't. I gotta wait for Jolene and Solomon still sleep upstairs. Damn. Besides, Cato mama see me outside with you. She gonna skin me alive. I done told her I didn't feel well. Oh, come on. She ain't gonna find out. Come on, baby. Suddenly, Naomi heard Solomon crying. Gracious, hold on, Cato. I gotta go get Solomon. You listen out for Jolene now. All right, I will. Hurry up. Naomi left the kitchen and ran up the stairs, taking them two at a time to check on her nephew. All right, Auntie's here. Yes, look at my baby. It's Auntie Nene, Solomon. Solomon reached for her with a bright smile. Yes, that's my big boy. Soon, Solomon, very, very soon, you're going to have a little cousin to play with, and you're going to have to show him the ropes. You're going to have to teach him everything, Naomi said, laughing. Now, remember, Solomon, that's just between me and you. Shoot, Cato don't even know, she said, kissing his cheeks. Naomi! The school bus is here, Cato called. I'm coming. Come on, Solomon. We got to get Auntie Joe. Mama! Jolene called as she entered the house. She was used to either Eve or Marcus meeting her on the front porch when the bus pulled in front of the house. She ain't here, Joe, Naomi informed her as she came down the stairs carrying Solomon. I got your snack all ready for you, though, in the kitchen. Oh, okay, thank you. Hey, Solomon. Hey, Auntie, Solomon said, waving back. Hey, Kato, you can come out the closet now. I ain't gonna tell Mama you was here, she said, giggling. Slowly, the closet door opened and Kato stepped out. Now, how'd you know I was in here? I saw you when the bus pulled up. You better be careful, though. Mama catch you up in here, you gonna have a trouble. I know. Joe, yeah, she said, walking toward the kitchen with Kato, Naomi, and Solomon following behind her. Joe, do you mind if me and Kato spend some time together? You think you could be a big girl and not get into any trouble for 20 or 30 minutes, maybe? Yeah, I can do that, but hurry up, Naomi. I ain't never been left alone before. Maybe we shouldn't leave her alone, Naomi. Hell, we gonna have to take Solomon with us anyway. We can't leave him here with her. You right about that. Yeah, she cool. She ain't gonna tell nobody, Kato said, pinching Jolene's chubby cheeks. Well, hurry up and finish eating, Joe, Naomi said as she left the kitchen to lock the front door. Jolene shared her sandwich and milk with Solomon and put her slice of sweetbread in her napkin. I'm ready. Come on, Solomon, she said, taking his hand and heading out the back door. You locked up? Kato asked. Yeah, baby, come on, let's go. How we gonna get us some? I don't know. We'll figure that out on the way. I gotta go to the bathroom. No, Joe. Can't you hold it? No, I gotta go pee. Can't you go in the bushes? I ain't going in no bushes. Something might crawl on me. Ain't nothing gonna crawl on you, Joe. Just squat. It'll be okay. I gotta go, Naomi. I gotta go now. Oh, gracious. Kato, you hold Solomon. I'll be back. Naomi wished Jolene wasn't as heavy because she would have certainly picked her up on her hip and ran with her. All right, now, here we go, she said, opening the back door and rushing Jolene up the stairs. Hurry up now, Joe, and make sure you wash your hands when you finish. Okay, Nay. Naomi leaned against the kitchen sink, waiting for Jolene to return. She thought she saw someone at her peripheral vision. Kato, is that you? Now stop playing around. Where's Solomon? She asked, going to the screen door to inspect the backyard. Naomi jumped back when she saw Thomas stand in front of her. Can I help you? Eve home? Something inside of her told her to say yes, but she said no anyway. No? Why? Don Paul here? Naomi looked at Thomas and felt a shiver go down her spine. Nah, but he and my mama gonna be back in a minute, she said, slowly reaching for the doorknob. Thomas, watching Naomi, quickly put his foot in the door. Naomi screamed. Thomas rushed in and covered her mouth as Naomi kicked and swung at him. Ouch! You little bee! He screamed as he tried to get a good grip on her. Naomi fought him and managed to stomp on his foot, causing Thomas to let her go. Naomi ran from the kitchen and ran swiftly up the stairs, calling after Jolene. Jolene! Run, Joe! Lock the door! She screamed. Just as she reached the top of the stairs, Thomas grabbed her leg and pulled her back down. Jolene! Run, Joe! Thomas grabbed Naomi by the throat and tossed her onto the couch. You little bee, he said, slapping her forcefully. Naomi recovered quickly, grabbed the lamp, and threw it at him. Ouch! Run, Joe, run! run, she screamed as she picked up items at random and began throwing them at Thomas, hitting him with accuracy. Ouch! Stop it! Come here, girl. I was gonna leave you alone, but you done gone and made me mad. Ouch! Stop it! I'm gonna get you first. Run, Joe! Come here! Get away from me! Who are you? Get out of my house! Not until I get what I come for. You better leave my little sister alone, you pervert! I'll kill you! Suddenly, Naomi felt the strength of 10 men at the thought of Thomas touching her baby sister, and she charged him with all of her might. Thomas was caught off guard by Naomi's sudden attack, and they fell off balance, crashing to the floor. Naomi jumped to her feet quickly and began kicking Thomas in the groin and in his face. You leave my little sister alone! Help! Help! Somebody! Help! Run, Joe! Run! He's trying to hurt us! She screamed as she threw a lamp through the living room window and began screaming for help. Just as Naomi was about to run toward the door, Thomas rose up and hit her on the back of the head with a heavy book, and she fell to the floor unconscious. You little bee! I'm gonna come back and get you another day, he said, gasping for breath as he cupped his genitals. Thomas took several deep breaths and began towards the stairs. Shoot, it's gonna take me a minute to get right again. I'm gonna have to take her someplace else, he said, climbing the stairs slowly. Hey, Jolene, little girl, come on out now. I ain't gonna hurt you. Your little sister and me, we was just playing. Now, come on now. Come on, where you at? Thomas stopped in his tracks as he noticed a piece of sweetbread outside of the hallway closet, and he rejoiced. Yes. All right now, Jolene, come on out. We gonna go get us some ice cream and we gonna talk. Yes, now, Thomas opened the closet and saw nothing inside except towels. You hiding in there somewhere, little girl? Come on out now. I'm gonna give you something real special, Jolene. You hurt my sister. Suddenly, Thomas grabbed the back of his head and fell backward to the floor. Jolene screamed at him, you nasty, nasty man. You hurt my sister. God's gonna get you messing with his babies, you nasty man. Jolene started beating Thomas with a bat, but he was somehow able to maneuver himself, and he quickly grabbed her pudgy little leg, causing her to fall off balance, and she hit her head on the table outside of the bathroom and slumped to the floor unconsciously. My God, how in the world do you have such strength? I was gonna take my time with you, girl, but I'm gonna get you now. This just ain't gonna be the same. UGD, right, it ain't gonna be the same, Marcus said in a deep, menacing voice as he came charging up the stairs and wrapped his muscular arm around Thomas' neck and viciously began stabbing him with a butcher knife. You mess with the wrong man's baby, he said, stabbing him continuously. Marcus stabbed him in the guts and brought it all the way up to his throat as though he were gutting a pig. Thomas struggled against Marcus' strong arm, but he couldn't be moved. Marcus continued stabbing him randomly. Blood gushed like a geyser from his wounds. That's my baby you was gonna molest, he said as he brought the knife to Thomas' throat with every intention to slice it open. Let him go, Reverend, Margaret screamed. Let him go, or I will send you straight to hell. Marcus heard a chamber click close to his ear and he froze. Drop the knife, Reverend, and move away from my brother. I said, move! Marcus dropped the knife and released Thomas. Oh God, Margaret, help me, sister, help me. Kill him, he said, wreathing on the floor in agony as he held his intestines in his hands. Margaret looked at Jolene laying on the floor and watched Marcus take her in his arms. Jolene, baby, Joe, speak to me. It's Daddy Joe. Wake up. Jolene didn't move. Kill him, Margaret. Kill him, sister. Look what he did to me. Help me, sister. Help me, Margaret. Margaret was frozen. She was consumed with watching Marcus' nervous hands trying to pull Jolene together. Jolene, it's Daddy. Speak to me, baby. It's Daddy, he cried as his tears fell upon her face. Lord Jesus, not my baby. Don't take my baby from me, God. Please. She's all I got, Lord. Please. Margaret. Margaret turned around and looked at the bottom of the stairs and saw Don Powell, Eve, Maybelle, Blaine, and Samantha standing at the bottom. Margaret, please, don't do this. You don't know the truth, Don Powell said calmly, all the while creeping up the stairs. Don't you move another inch, Don Powell. Don Powell froze in his steps. Margaret, don't do this. The Reverend ain't done nothing to Thomas he ain't deserved. Help me, Margaret, please. Lord Jesus, have mercy. I'm dying, Margaret. Help me, sister. Eve made a motion toward the stairs and Margaret turned the gun in her direction and warned her not to move. Bitch, you crazy as hell if you think I'm gonna stand down here while my baby up there. If you're gonna shoot me, Margaret, then shoot me, she said, running up the stairs and dropping to her knees beside Marcus. Oh my God, Eve screamed as she looked at her daughter laying in Marcus' arms, half naked. Give it to me, Marcus, she screamed, holding out her arms. Marcus didn't move. All he could do was rock Jolene in his arms. Give her to me, Marcus. Marcus' eyes were empty. Lord Jesus, Eve pleaded. Help me, God. Please don't let my baby be hurt. Samantha, call the hospital. Call Doc. Call somebody. Jesus, they both leaving me. Marcus, come back to me, baby. Jolene, come back. Samantha ran up the stairs past Margaret and dropped to her knees. Oh God, Mama. Samantha tried desperately to pull up her sister's pants, but when she tried to touch Jolene, Marcus almost attacked her. Don't you touch her! Don't touch my baby! Get away from her! Sweet Jesus, my baby Jolene is Daddy. Oh God, I didn't get here soon enough. Mama! Margaret turned around at the sound of Blaine's voice. Mama, put the gun down, please. If you want me to come home, Mama, I'll come home right now. If you don't shoot the Reverend, if you don't hurt nobody in here, Mama, I promise I'll come home right now. What did Thomas do to you, Blaine? She asked, suddenly turning the gun in her brother's direction. Thomas was confused. Margaret? Sister? What you doing? Get me some help, Margaret, please. What you doing, sister? Margaret, I'm dying. I'm going to ask you again, son. What did my brother do to you? Did he touch you? Did he do to you what he did to this little girl? Well, did he? Did he touch you, Blaine? Is it true? Blaine was silent. He never wanted anyone to know that he had been raped. Blaine! Yes, ma'am. He did. I kept trying to tell y'all not to leave me alone with him, but you wouldn't listen to me. And when I finally told you, you and Daddy damn near beat me half to death. You told me I was lying, so I didn't say nothing else no more, Mama. I wasn't lying. I wasn't lying. He's lying now, Margaret. He was lying then and then lying now. Oh, Lord, I'm dying, Margaret. I'm dying. Help me. You hurt my boy, Thomas, Margaret said softly and calmly. You're my own flesh and blood, my brother, and you would rape my son, your nephew? How could you, Thomas? I trusted you. I love you, Thomas. He's lying, Margaret. Them niggas done messed up his mind. Lord have mercy, Margaret. Help me, please. Don't do this. Don't do this, Margaret. Don't let me lay here and die like a dog. Kill him, Margaret. He was going to kill me. Shoot him. Shoot them all. Did you or did you not put your hands on my son? Thomas couldn't answer her because the pain was washing over his body. Margaret, I'm your brother. You know I love you, Margaret. You ain't no brother of mine, Thomas. I'm going to send you back to hell where you came from, she said, pulling the trigger until the gun was emptied. Don Powell rushed up the stairs and took the gun from Margaret's hands. Lord have mercy, Margaret. Don Powell, you knew. Why didn't you tell me what he did to our son? I had to find out from a palm reader what my brother did to our son. He's our son, Don Paul. He's not just yours, he's mine too. I didn't think you would believe me, Margaret. Jesus, look at this mess. This is a mess. Margaret burst into tears as she looked at her brother's dead body lying on the hallway floor, full of stab wounds and bullet holes, and she slumped to the floor beside him. Camille and Pandora came home from school to find a crowd of people standing in front of their house. They looked at one another with open mouths and wide eyes and tried to force their way through the many spectators. Move! Mama! Move out of my way! This is my house! Mama! What's going on? Camille screamed as she fought her way through the crowd, pulling Pandora beside her. Move! Pandora screamed. Mama! Cato forced his way through the crowd and pulled Pandora and Camille inside. Naomi! Both girls screamed as they saw her lying on the couch unconscious. Here comes the ambulance, Eve Maybell announced as she rushed up the stairs. Oh my God! Did he? Did he? I don't know, Maybell. I don't know. Is Naomi all right? She won't wake up, Eve, but she breathing, girl. I don't know. She got a great big knot coming out the back of her head. I declare she must have gave him a run for his money. Her hands are so swollen and bruised. Eve burst into tears, and for some reason, her cries brought Marcus back from wherever it was he had gone. Eve, Marcus, baby, Eve, he tried to hurt our baby. I had to kill him. I had to. I know, baby, I know you did. she said, caressing his face tenderly. She won't wake up, Eve. She won't wake up. Make way, let us in. Please move, Doc David commanded as he rushed up the stairs. Mother Mary, my baby, Doc. He hurt my baby. It's gonna be all right now. Give it to me, son. Please, please. I ain't gonna hurt her. Give it to me, son. Just put her in my arms so we can take her to the hospital. Give her to me, Marcus. We're wasting time, boy. Hey, Doc, this one down here is pregnant. An ambulance attendant hollered up the stairs. Eve felt herself going faint. Don Paul caught her in his arms just before she fell backward down the steps. Maybelle rushed down the stairs as she heard her son screaming Naomi's name. Get off of her! Naomi! Naomi! Baby, wake up! Pregnant? Mama, I didn't know. Son, please let her take her to the hospital. Get off of her! Naomi! Cato, man, let them take her to the hospital. Naomi and your son is going to be okay, Zeus said as he pulled him off of Naomi with ease. Cato looked at Zeus and embraced him tightly. I didn't know, man. I swear I didn't know. I know you didn't know, Cato. I know. But you gotta let them take her to the hospital so they can check on that bump on her head. Okay. They rolled Naomi out of the living room and out of the door. Come on, Maybelle. We can follow them in my car, Zeus said, taking her hand. Eve, honey, I'm gonna go with Naomi, Maybelle called to her. Okay, Maybelle, take care of my baby. I gotta stay here with Joe. Marcus, please give her to Doc. We wasting time, baby. Marcus, son, please give her to me. We wasting time. Reluctantly, Marcus placed Jolene in Doc David's arms. He immediately rushed down the stairs past the neighbors and into an awaiting ambulance. I didn't get here in enough time, Eve. Marcus, don't do this, baby. She's alive. And you saved her life. Now, come on, honey. We gotta go. We gotta go be with Jolene and Naomi, Marcus. Come on, baby. We gotta go. Oh. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the conclusion of chapters 17 and 18. Excuse me, got a little full. And so I would like to thank you all for tuning in to this rendition. I will be coming back to you on tomorrow, Wednesday at 7 p.m. with chapters 19 and 20. As you see, we are almost finished with Them Z's Daughters. We have a wonderful, wonderful surprise coming up for you in these next two chapters. Yes. And so I would like to remind you all that letters, cousins, ain't that brother fine? Ain't he fine? Oh my God, cousins. And Deja Vu Desires. These are for book clubs or group readings only. I will not be reading these books live because they're extra detailed and a little extra spicy. So if you like to do a watch party, a live watch party. Just order the books. The person who is getting that group together, they will receive a free autographed copy of the book, and we can work those details out. And my first book, Angel Fire, you can also still order this book at www.nubianromance.com. And would you please be so kind as to go out to YouTube and subscribe to Nubian Romance Novels? So if you're out there and you don't want to tune in live or can't in the moment, then you can always find the videos on YouTube as well. I would appreciate it if you would share, and ask your friends to share as well, because I believe my romance novels can be worldwide. I would really love to see them on the bestsellers list. And so let's see who's with us tonight. Oh, Miss Michelle, thank you so much for coming. Ah, my niece, my nephew's wife. Oh, Shakilia, thank you. And Luverne, my sorrow, thank you so much for tuning in. And I appreciate you all for coming. I appreciate you because you didn't have to, but you came anyway. Thank you so very much for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow at 7 p.m. You all have a good night. Stay safe. Let's make sure we're praying for our frontline workers and for everyone, for this whole entire world, because guess what's real? Rona is real. She don't discriminate against anybody. You all take care. Be safe. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you for coming. Peace.